Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Recently, this channel officially turned 5 years old, and to celebrate, I'm doing a Q&A. Before I begin, I want to say thank you all so much for the great questions. If I don't answer your question today, feel free to comment it down below. But yeah, let's get started. The first question I want to take a look at is why YouTube? What inspired me to start this channel? So I joined the Ninjago Discord community about 5 years ago, and this was definitely one of the earlier Discord servers for Ninjago. But a week later, I made my channel. This server really got me interested in Ninjago again, and it was really cool to see people creating art and fanfictions all about the show. So I decided that I wanted to share my own opinions and voice, and so this channel was born. Next question from some W content creators is, what was my favorite year or era for this channel? My answer would be summer 2021. This was a very good period for subscribers and views, but I also made content that I consider to be some of my best. You see, Ninjago was in a drought during this period. Seabound had finished, and we wouldn't get crystallized for another year. There wasn't anything obvious to take a look at, so I examined past Ninjago seasons and did top 5s and rankings and stuff like that, and I feel like it was a success. It also marked a shift for the channel. This is when I started using video clips in my videos, and that's a change I've stuck with ever since. So yeah, in short, I really do treasure this period. It really is a time that I still look back upon fondly. So the next question is, what was my favorite video? And wow, a lot of you asked this question. This answer tends to change over the years, but right now I'd have to say my ranking of every Ninjago season. This video was a monster to create. Having 18 different segments about the Ninjago seasons and getting clips for them, yeah, it took a while. The end result though is very satisfying. I feel like this video nicely explains my thoughts on each season of Ninjago, and it's also my style. It uses video clips. It's not just me screen recording a tier list. Next question is, what got me into Lego and Ninjago? Lego I'd been interested in before Ninjago, and I definitely had sets when I was younger, but Ninjago I got into about 11 years ago in 2012. I had friends both in school and outside of school who also liked Ninjago, and they got me interested in it. So I started watching the show between seasons 1 and 2. Our next set of questions has to do with non-Ninjago content. Have I ever considered making it? And if I were to shift away from Ninjago, what would I do instead? And to answer that first question, this channel has always been intended as a Ninjago channel. I've never really thought about making non-Ninjago content that frequently. I mean, I do sometimes, but it's few and far between. But I'm always open to that possibility. Maybe one day I just get sick of Ninjago and want to do something else. If non-Ninjago content became my main focus, I probably wouldn't make a new channel. I'd probably just do it here. And as for what type of content that would entail, probably just TV show and movie reviews. Or really just anything I was interested in. If I dropped Ninjago, I could totally see myself making miscellaneous content about a variety of different topics. But in reality, there are no plans to drop Ninjago content. This is what I'm most comfortable making videos about. This is also what you guys as viewers want to see too. But a specific genre of Ninjago content I might shift over to more in coming years is longer analysis, essay type videos. I don't just create Ninjago videos, but I also watch them too. And those are definitely the ones I enjoy watching. Which is kind of a nice transition to this next question. Who are my favorite Ninjago content creators? I do really enjoy Krusty783's content. In my opinion, his videos are very engaging, and he has a lot of interesting stuff to say about the topics he covers. I also enjoy the channel Bendo Bricks. This guy's the definition of quality over quantity. He does these longer analysis type videos. He does a really good job at breaking down the show material and helping us as viewers view the show in new ways. This next question is pretty interesting. What, in my opinion, makes a 10 out of 10 show or episode? I feel like a 10 out of 10 episode or season is, in the big picture, very emotionally compelling or powerful. Does every single little detail and every single character have to be perfect? No. But it has to leave a lasting impact. And that's why so many episodes of Season 8, I feel, are 10 out of 10s. For example, Ruby's betrayal in Game of Masks, or Garbado's return in True Potential. These stories are exceptionally strong. And they're not flawless, but they're tied to messages of betrayal, and trust, and defeat, and it's stuff like this that makes Ninjago so good, not just fight scenes on their own. As for a 10 out of 10 show, I'd point to Breaking Bad, my favorite show of all time. This show is strong from start to finish. It's definitely slow in areas, but the character writing is always phenomenal. It's this fantastic story about Walter White's ego, and how it brings down himself and everyone around him. It's this bigger picture story I really appreciate, and is why this show is a 10 out of 10. Now our next questions have to do with the future of Ninjago. How do I feel about Ninjago's next series after the events of Season 15? And my answer is I'm pretty neutral right now. There's definitely some things I'm excited for, such as New Ninja and the return of longer episodes, but as a whole, we know very little about the new show. I'm not super excited, but I'm not disinterested either. Although I will say this is probably the least excited I've been in Ninjago in a while. Because normally I do feel excited. It's not normal for me to feel just neutral about the next season. And that is, of course, because of Crystallized finale, which still really feels like a betrayal to Ninjago fans. And I feel like Ninjago has a lot of work to do to move on from that disastrous finale. What scrapped concept do I wish had been used in Ninjago? And I would say the season 13 final scene. In this scrap scene, basically, a statue of Cole was supposed to be built next to his mom. And it really sucks that this was removed, because the finale itself was already such a phenomenal episode, and this ending scene would have closed it up so well. I have no doubt that this would have been one of the best Ninjago scenes. The actual ending scene is still good and ties nicely to Wu, but this would have been a lot stronger. How do I balance school and YouTube? And do my real life friends know I do YouTube? My close friends and family know I do YouTube. I mean, it's not something I'm super secretive about, but it's not something that everyone knows I do, you know? But balancing school and other activities with YouTube definitely can be tricky. But generally, I prioritize school over YouTube, because school has deadlines and stuff that have to be met, but YouTube is really just my own pace. So school limits YouTube, not the other way around. And even this month, that's kind of what happened. I mean, it's been 2 weeks or so since I posted my last video, and that is definitely because of school and other commitments. Do I ever feel like I outgrew Ninjago? Honestly, not really. I've never really felt like I was too old for the show, but there have been times where I've lost interest, especially 2016 and 2017. I was still watching the show, but I wasn't as invested as before. For example, I missed Skybound's release by a few months. I never saw the movie in theaters, and I also stopped buying sets. But of course, this level of interest would change in 2018. And now I've kind of combined a few questions related to college and career. Currently, I'm in my final year of high school, which means I graduate in June. And I'll also start college in fall. Last year, I applied to several colleges, and now I'm waiting to hear back. I'll probably find out sometime in April. So I don't know where I'm gonna go to college, but I do know what I want to study. I plan to major in biology or biomedical engineering, depending on where I go. And as for career plans, some sort of career in medicine as a doctor, but these plans could definitely change. Also at college, I plan to minor in history or political science, again, depending on where I go and what's offered. This wouldn't really be career focused, but more so just something I'd be interested to study. Would I be a full-time Ninjago YouTuber if I could? Well, first of all, I really couldn't, because this channel doesn't make nearly enough to, I guess, make a living. But even anyways, I don't really feel like YouTube is my dream career, nor has it really ever been. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing YouTube, it's really fun. But as a job, as a full-time job, I don't know. There's other career paths I've mentioned that I'm definitely more interested in pursuing. How tall am I, and do I play any sports? Honestly, I'm not even sure how tall I am. I think I'm either 5'10 or 5'11", which is about 180 centimeters. But do I do any sports? Not really. I am a 3rd degree black belt in karate, which I've been doing for 12 years. And I also work there as a part-time job. But I don't know if you would consider it a sport. I don't do it at a competitive level. I feel like you could definitely consider it a sport. Or maybe you don't. I don't know, it's kind of unclear. How has running the channel these past 5 years affected me? And where do I want to take it these next 5 years? This is a great question. I feel like on an obvious level, of course, being a YouTuber has made me a more comfortable and better video editor. This has been surprisingly helpful in school projects. I also think doing YouTube has made me a better speaker. But these next 5 years, I expect the channel to definitely become less active. More so a quality over quantity approach. Probably more analysis videos. Definitely little to no news videos. But it's definitely something I'll have to figure out in coming years. It's not something I have a concrete plan for. What is my favorite video game? This is embarrassing, but probably Roblox. Yeah, I've been playing for 7 years. Recently, I got addicted again, and that addiction is not getting better. What is my favorite Ninjago set? Not really a surprising answer, but I guess I would have to say these City Gardens. I don't actually have this set, but from what I've seen and heard, it's a really complex set. It's a very nice celebration of the show's 10th anniversary, and has a nice minifigure selection too. Of the sets I do own, Legacy Monastery. This one is really show accurate, and I also feel like it's a really nice deal for its price. Comes with all 6 ninja, plus Wu, plus a skeleton. It's a very core Ninjago set, but unlike the actual core sets, it's interesting. It's an iconic location we've seen for years. And the final question is, how long would I do YouTube for? And would I ever leave this channel to die? I definitely plan to keep this channel going for the foreseeable future. Another 5 years would definitely be nice. I mean, this channel is a big part of my identity, and it's just fun to do. So I don't see myself abandoning it. But what I do envision is this channel will definitely get less active. I mean, I will be getting more busy, and it's not really my career. So yeah, probably less activity, but I still plan to keep doing videos, even if at a slower rate. That is about all for this Q&A. Thank you all so much for your fantastic questions, and of course for helping this channel reach 5 years. It's been a great past 5 years, and I hope the next 5 years are just as good, if not better. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone, whatever you know, and I'll see you guys next time.